I've been there. I had a 10-year bout, a long time ago, a 10-year bout with depression. 2 of those years, I barely remember anything. But oh, I remember the day. I remember the day when I finally had enough energy to pull the string on the blinds to let some sunshine come in. And I said to myself, there will be a day when the sun will shine for me again. Just last night, I had a call from a lady in deep anguish of depression. And I asked her, how did she feel? There was a long pause, and she said, I don't know. I remember a call from a member of our church. It was past midnight. He said, John, can you come over to my home? I just received a call that no father wants to have. He was sitting in his chair, leaning over on his hands, drooped forward and crying. The sheriff had said they found her in the bathtub. Her femoral artery had been sliced. Depressed. Well, what about this one? A little bit lighter. All of these are true cases from my clients over a long period of time. Bob hated his mother. His mother was a woman of the world and a bartender, and his playground was on the floor behind the bar. He couldn't stand her. I've never had anyone except him who came to counseling, and he was so uptight and so ferocious, really, so controlled, that he would only stand behind me. And he'd pace back and forth behind me. And for 4 or 5 sessions, he would never sit down. He would only stand behind me because his subconscious wouldn't allow him to go anywhere else. And so forth. And the girl who was raped by both of her uncles. And the lady who was weeping more than any other client I've ever had. She was weeping uncontrollably every single session. And one day I called her. She happened to be at the graveside of her recently deceased husband. And she was weeping and so depressed. Just the other day, a lady said, I'm so overwhelmed, I cannot take it anymore. I cannot take life anymore. I am totally overwhelmed. I didn't go to work and I'm not going to work. You may know about these kind of things within your own life. You might, or you might know someone who also is struggling. It's so hard to care for people who are depressed. It's very difficult. Suicide rate with teenagers is increasingly high. Andre, my good friend, who's videoing this, he's a professional. He sent me a clipping today of indicating that right here in Arizona, the incidence of teenage suicide is rapidly increasing. Depression presses.